All right, let's go over it. So these are the things that we're going to hit in this video. We're going to go over how to upload, create a playlist, some options there, some sharing settings, and then show you how to use YouTube within some of the Google products that we have. So let's first go over how to upload. So you can use a tool like Screencastify to make your videos. Actually, side note, if you use Screencastify, there's a one push button that will automatically upload it to YouTube. If you don't and you use something else you need to upload it, the process is really easy. You go to youtube.com, make sure you're logged into your school account. You may have to go through some setup stuff at the beginning, but it should be pretty easy to walk you through. And when you're ready, you're going to click on this little camera up here that says create. From there, you got two options. You can go to upload video or go live. We're going to go with upload video. Okay. Now from here, it's going to ask you to upload. I have this little short, like 10-second thing that I made real fast using Screencastify. Just going to drag that video into here. And it's going to go through the upload process. Now there's two parts of this. There's the uploading, and then there's where they actually have to process the video. But you can do some stuff in the background and get your link all ready to go. So while YouTube does the background work, you can still get everything ready. So first part is, of course, your title. This is what the title of the video is that people will see. The description down here, just your brief description. It's like how we've seen on other YouTube videos, this portion right here. Your title being this portion. Let's put my video. Thumbnail, it automatically chooses one. Oh, there you go. It's already uploaded and processed. It'll automatically kind of choose someone's out of there. You can choose your own. You could upload your own if you wanted to. Playlist, we'll talk about a little bit later. If you had a playlist, you could upload it here. But this part is important because they've changed the laws recently. You have to say, is your video made for kids? It's either a yes or no. If it is made for kids, just make sure that you double click this and check. Probably most of the things, 99% of what you're going to be doing with your kids are made for kids. But this I know impacts how it kind of filters with safe search and such. So I'm just going to say, so kids can't find this random video on my screen. No, it's not. After that, you go ahead and hit next. Video elements, if you want to get really fancy to make them like and subscribe to your page, you could. I'm not going to, so I just go ahead and hit next. And then we get to visibility. So here are your different options for visibility. You have public, which is everyone can see your video. That's if I go to the search bar up here and look for a video on this topic, I can find it. Unlisted is like how when you go into Google Docs and it says only people with the link can find this document, that would be unlisted. This is kind of your semi-private. It's public in the sense that anyone can go to the video, but they have to have the very long URL in order to find it. And then you have private, which of course means only you can see the video. So this one's probably more just for your own record keeping. If you want to do with something, you probably use unlisted or public. I'm just going to go ahead and set this one to unlisted because I don't want it to go into the channel. If you wanted to, you could also schedule it. So you can click right there, choose the time that it goes live onto the internet. Totally up to you. I'm just going to click with unlisted. And then we go ahead and hit save. Ta-da! Video is now uploaded. You have these quick links that you can share with. And also, if you click this little guy right here to copy the video link, we can open a new tab, enter, and that's going to take you to this very exciting 14-second video of my desktop that I made. So that's pretty much the bread and butter basics for uploading. If at any point you need to go back and maybe change something in the video, you can always go up to your account in the corner. Sorry, not there. We'll go here. Go up to your account in the corner and go to YouTube Studio, and that will open up this backend area that we can do a little bit more on. So from here, I can go to videos and like maybe it's like, oh man, I made a mistake on my description. I need to change it, or I decided I wanted to change my visibility. You can do all that stuff from here in your studio. If you have other videos, it also gives you some analytics. So you can see like 43 people watched this, 4 people liked it, luckily. If you click the little pencil for the details, you can go in here and you can edit some of the stuff. So like if it auto-generates a thumbnail and you're like, oh, no, I do not like that. You can go back and you can make changes. It's probably not going to matter because this video is so short, but you can do that as well. So that's pretty much how to upload them. Let's go through playlists now. So I have this video right here. is Gmail notifications for changes made in Google Sheets. The most exciting topic ever, I know. But you can add stuff to a playlist. And the reason why you want to do this is number one, it helps you organize groups of videos into one easy to find place. Number two, it's a great option for sharing with parents and kids. Because if you create a playlist, all they need is the link to the playlist, and that link stays the same. As you add videos and take videos out of the playlist, the content changes. So instead of every 5 seconds having to say, oh wait, check out this link, check out this link, check out this link, check out this link, you just share the playlist with them, and then you on the back end kind of manage the videos that go in and out of there. So there's multiple ways to add to a playlist. I think honestly the easiest one is go to the video, press the little plus sign to add to, and you can go ahead and choose your playlist. So you see I have a few here. We'll just go ahead and add this to Google Classroom, sure. Let Mr. Nut in real fast. So now when it's there, go ahead and click Google Classroom. It'll say video has been added to playlist Google Classroom. So if I go over here, and I go down to Google Classroom, thank you. You'll see I have a list of videos here. This is a playlist that I made. I can from here go ahead and delete it, like this one's a duplicate. So I'll just go ahead and hit remove. I can go ahead and rearrange them. So maybe I want this one to be way at the top. And I'll show you actually a shortcut on how to do that too, because this is annoying to click and drag. I could rename the playlist. I can get the easy link for the playlist right here. So if I share this with you guys, that's all you need. And every time I add and remove videos, you don't need to go to a different link. You can also go under the three dots here, go to playlist settings. Allow embedding will allow people to put it onto a website, which you'd want to do if you're going to use like a Google site or something. But I like this one to add new videos to the top of the playlist. As you saw, by default, it added it to the bottom of the playlist. This makes it at the top. That way, when someone sees your playlist, I'm going to add it over here. Show you what it looks like. No, it's going to take me there again. When someone sees your playlist, this will be at the top. Another part, if you're going to be working with a co-teacher too, is you can have this collaborate feature. So much like Google, I can just flip this switch to collaborators can add someone as a collaborator to the playlist. Let me create operators, hit done. So if I give them this link, then they can add videos. This way, then you and your grade level partners or you and people who work in similar positions can all have like a shared space to add videos. That's pretty much playlists. I think playlists are really awesome, again, just for saving time and just for organizing it. The cool part about playlists too is you'll see here it's a hybrid of content that other people have put up and my own. So it doesn't have to be all somebody else's video, all my videos. I can make a mix and match. And again, they're just as easy as using these three dots to kind of remove and add and rearrange. So that's playlists. Does anyone have any questions before we move on about uploading or creating a playlist of videos? Somebody else? Nope. Cool. All right, so let's go. Of course, my mouse died. Let's go to some of the advanced sharing options. This is, I had that open. Wait, what's that? Too many windows open. Sorry, guys. All right. So advanced sharing options. So we have obviously the easiest sharing option, which is copy this URL and then go ahead and just paste it somewhere. You also have this option down here with the share button that gives you a URL. And one really cool piece that they have is that I can share this, or maybe it's like, I really just want to share this part 6 minutes and 47 seconds into the video. If I click this little button right here, you'll see that it adds this time code to the end. And now when I share this link, it's going to open up the video and it's going to take me directly, Timmy slipped up the finger, directly to 6 minutes and 47 seconds. So really helpful if you have a really long video. You just want kids to get straight to the part that you want them to get to. Another way that you can do this with sharing is by adding these sections in here to the video, kind of like timestamps. And the way that we do that, actually, let me show you. If I click here, it'll jump directly to 13 minutes and 40 seconds in the video. The way that we do that is, remember how I showed you earlier where the description was? Go up here, go back to our studio. I'm going to find this video because I think I closed it. Oh, no, I left it open. Oh, good. In here, you'll see I put sections of videos, and all I had to do was just write the time. Now, you do have to put it in hours, minutes, and seconds. Like, it does have to be formatted correctly. But what that does then is YouTube is smart enough that it's going to take this and figure out where it is in the video. So it's a little weird, like the way it looks, I won't lie. I wish you could just get rid of the hour piece. I mean, this is only a 20-minute video. I don't know why I need a piece with an hour, but what's nice about it is that it has this here. And if I copy all this and paste it like into a Google site, it will take these time codes and drop it in there for you too and turn these into links. So you could take this, put it into a Google Doc or a Google site for your students, and then they will be able to click on the video and go directly to the different parts of it without having to go back and look at stuff and kind of scrub through all of it, which can be kind of frustrating. So yeah, so we have the share button. We can do the start at, we have the sections of the video. And the last one, which just got pushed out, so congratulations, you guys are the first ones to learn this, is an extension that I pushed out called Share to Classroom. So this video, or this little extension up here, I go ahead and click on it. And what it's going to do is it's going to open up my Google classes. So it goes into my classroom and it looks and says, okay, these are the classes I'm a teacher of. I'm going to choose my training class. And now from here, it's going to give me options. We don't use push to students. That's more if you're in a face-to-face setting with them and they had Chromebooks in front of you. You could use these and they look familiar because they are the same exact options that you have in Google Classroom. So I could create an assignment. I could assign it to multiple classrooms if I wanted to. I could differentiate based off of students if I wanted to. So maybe if I just wanted to give them a few students quick remedial sort of piece and not everybody needs it, I can go ahead and do that there. Give it a title. Assignment, hello, check this video out, right? Give my instructions. It's linking the materials there, points, do all that stuff, just like we would do normally in Google Classroom. Again, I can assign it, schedule it, or do a draft. I'm just going to go ahead and hit assign. And now in the background, this extension has taken the link and posted it to Classroom for me. So I don't have to do kind of the old school method of, okay, let me get the link, let me copy it, let me go over here. Now let me go to my classwork page and let me create, it just does it all for you. It seems kind of silly because it's only a few clicks, but that could definitely help. And again, when you click on here, oops, sorry, wrong button. Click on the instructions, you'll see that it linked the video there. So that's some sharing options. Again, just different ways to make sure that kids get the specific parts of the video that are really helpful. Any questions on those before we jump into how to use this with some of the other Google products? And I take a sip of water because I'm talking too fast. All right, I'll take silence as a no. So cool. Let's jump into using it with slides.
I put a question in the box, but when you do the timestamp, do you have to add the time and what's being discussed at that time? What do you add?
I did. So to clarify, you're talking about like this portion here.
Mm-hmm.
I did that because to me that acts as a table of contents for the video. Just like a table of contents would probably say like chapter 1, chapter 2, whatever. Mm-hmm. I did that just to make it easy to find because I know, I think there's actually like research into it that after like 6 minutes or 5 minutes or so, like people zone out of videos. So if I drop a 20-minute video and somebody needs a specific part of it, they could either watch the whole 20 minutes or they can just go to the part they need. So that's why I add the timestamp plus the description. I think in theory you could just add this, but it might just be confusing for people as to what the timestamp means actually. Does that answer your question, Fashawn?
Yes. Yep. Got it.
All right, cool. Yeah, so guys, just a little logistical piece. I actually have the Meet window covered, so I really can't see it. So if you guys have a question, just feel free to unmute yourself and jump in. I should have said that to begin with. Cool. Any other questions about the first three things that we covered? Uploading, playlist, sharing settings?
No.
Nope. All right, let's jump into slides. So I love videos and slides. I think it's a really easy way to work with the kids and kind of put everything into one location. So the way that we do this is you go to insert and you have this option for video. Go ahead and click there. Now you see I already did a search, but it opens up your different options. So you can search if you have a direct URL. If you, as a side note, if you have a video that you're like, I can't put it on YouTube because maybe it's got a kid's face or something that you're like, I just can't put it on there, you can also upload things from your Google Drive too. And what's cool is when you put it in there, the interface for kids looks exactly like YouTube. That's what I used to do for years before we had YouTube. Unblocked was just use Google Drive because the interface looks the same. The kids know how to use it. But here you can go ahead and type in, and let's cross our fingers that nothing inappropriate comes up with cats. Hey, all right, cool. Funny cats and kittens meowing compilation. If you ever want to get really depressed, look at the views on this video and then go look at the views on some of the news videos. It's pretty interesting to see the difference. Yeah, so you go ahead and select the video, hit select. It puts the video in there. Since it's an element within your slide, of course you can make it smaller, drag it, place it wherever you want. But really the magic in this is not that. The magic in this is over here. So in the format options. And if that doesn't show up automatically, you can always right click on it and go to format options or go format options. Not a ton, but some helpful ones. Here is kind of like a little editor. So this video is 4 minutes and 23 seconds long. I do not want the kids to watch all 4 minutes and 23 seconds. Maybe I want them to watch from 2 minutes and 54 seconds to 3 minutes and 13 seconds. And what you'll notice is that YouTube here took this red bar and now starts at 2 minutes and 54 seconds. And since I put 3 minutes and 13 seconds, the video will actually stop playing at that. So it's a little way to kind of edit your video and only get the specific section. Now kids could always take the cursor and scrub through the rest of the video and find other parts of it. But this way, then at least you can kind of get them straight to the point. Or if you just want a little section of the video, they can have that. You also have this autoplay when presenting, which basically means, let me show you what that means. That when the video is in presentation mode here, or the slides are in presentation mode, sorry, and you click next slide, it just automatically starts playing. And you'll see it jump straight to 2 minutes and 54 seconds. And it's going to end at 3 minutes and 13 seconds. We can watch a funny cat for a second. There you go. You also have, probably not now, but if you want to use this in class, like I use it a lot just for timers in the background. If you click here, it just mutes the audio. So not a ton of stuff, but some stuff that honestly I probably use more than any other tricks I'm showing you today. If you've ever done a PD with me and music just magically turns on when I go to the next slide, it's because I've looked up a music video, shrunk it down pretty small, dragged it into the corner. I just have these set to whatever. Click, and I say, okay, I want them to take 2 minutes for this activity. So at 2 minutes, stop playing the video. Now, instead of fumbling around, trying to go to Spotify or whatever and play it and try to guess, like, wait, how long is this song? I just have it built in. So I know when the music stops, okay, cool, that's been 2 minutes. Let's hit next. That's more of an in-person trick, not really with your kids when they're in a remote teaching environment, but definitely one of my favorite ones that I tell everyone to check out and try. So that's slides. Let's take a look at forms. I know a lot of people are really crazy about Edpuzzle. Edpuzzle's awesome. If you haven't checked it out, definitely do. But you can kind of mimic Edpuzzle in a Google form. Or another reason to do this is if you want to give a description or an explanation about something before somebody submits a form, you might want to consider using a video, because we know, probably all of us, if we open up a form and there's a giant paragraph worth of text, we're going straight up to the X and going, yeah, never mind. So in here, you can add a video. Now this one only works with YouTube. I wish they got consistent across the board and you could do Drive. But again, you could search for something here, dogs, and insert the video there. If you have something that you've uploaded, it doesn't pull from your drive, which is kind of, or pull from your YouTube account, which is kind of frustrating, but you can put the direct URL in there. So if you use like our sharing features that we went over, and go back over here, drop the URL in and hit select. And then it'll drop it in here. And there's not very many formatting options. Pretty much you can just align the video. You can give it a little bit of a title if you want, a caption, if you wanted to explain more, like watch this first. And then what it'll look like when you view the form is like this. So I would probably actually, in hindsight, if I was doing this over again, rearrange that so the question's below. And what you can do is, again, have a brief little explanation video of a question, something for the kids to watch, something for the parents to watch, and then down below is your form where you're actually collecting the information. So not super fancy, not super flashy, but the nice part about this is that it keeps them within the form. So you don't have to worry about somebody clicking a link, it opening up in another window, then losing where your form is. It just keeps it all in one space and makes it super, super easy for people to navigate and get what they need. So that's forms. Let's go over the last one, which is sites. YouTube videos and sites are great, especially in a remote teaching time. The more that we can put things in one location for kids to find, whether it be Classroom or a Google site, or I know we have some support staff on the call. If you're making a resource for parents, this is a great way to do it as well. Over here in the insert box, or the insert field, if you've never used it, way down at the bottom, there's this option, or kind of in the middle, this option for YouTube. If I click there, it's going to, again, open up your YouTube search. And this is where I wish they would uniform things. In this one and in this one, you can only find from URL. In sites, it'll actually go into your YouTube channel and pull out your videos, which just makes more sense to me. But I could click here, choose my video, select, this is that one that we just uploaded earlier. Again, you can do some basic resizing, not a ton of stuff. Your customization options are really narrow. You can choose, hey, I want the progress bar to be white, or slide out of view, or controls, or whatever. This one, if you want them to do a little full screen or not, doesn't really matter. It's up to you. What that'll do is that'll embed the video. So now when parents go here, or students go here, they can just click and they can watch the video within your site without ever having to leave. Having taught for years, I can't begin to tell you how important that is to keep everything in one space. The moment that kids start opening up multiple tabs, they get lost, they get confused, and it becomes very hard to do classroom management. If it's on here, I can quickly look at the top and be like, okay, cool, that's the right website. If it's not on there and they're on something completely different, that's my little signal to myself, hey, go check in with them, see what's going on. And even just for parents as well, keeping things in one central organized place is always going to be best. So yeah, that's kind of it that I had for today. Do you guys have any questions? Anything else that you want to see?
No, it was, all of this was very informative for me, and just looking into what I'm going to use for parents. I think the sites is going to be one of the ones that we're going to try to do. I also like the forms, because what we're trying to figure out is how we're going to take attendance. Like, we want parents to be able to view a video that we upload, but we want to be able to know that they actually watched it, and maybe have like a questionnaire, like, what did you learn from this video? And that way it kind of gives us an attendance of those parents that they're participating.
Yeah, it's a total, like I show that one because it's a total check for understanding piece.
Yeah, I like that.
Because even us, if I was to say, hey guys, watch this video, there's what, four people on this call, maybe two of us watch it and two of us are like, they'll never know. And that's us as grown adults. Yeah, with parents or students, you just do this, and it could even be, here's the video, and then just down below, what questions do you have? So it's a place to kind of follow up if they didn't get an answer to their question. It's all in one location for you, so you don't have to go to multiple different emails, and yeah, it just makes more sense.
Yes, I like it.
Cool. Anyone else? All right, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to stop the recording because I know sometimes people don't want to talk because they know it's being recorded. And then I'll hang around for a little bit. And if you guys have some other questions, I can definitely answer those. But I will click the 3 dots and stop recording.